Huzzah!
It's village.
I know, right?
Take a look for the ancestors.
I was
Yeah.
Nah. Other ancestors. Sorry, my bad.
It was Japanese whiskey. So it was like
Is that racist?
Yeah.
I hope
A
not.
bit.
I really hope not. I really hope not. It wasn't intended to be. It's not
is it?
Wakanda's. Wakanda.
What, Canada? What?
Those are our neighbors. Come on, man.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
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 Oh, hey.
Hi, guys.
What up? Didn't see you there.
Clearly not.
That's what happens when you take 2 weeks off, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've just
man.
been here the whole 2 weeks.
Literally just sitting here the whole
Just
2
sitting
weeks.
here.
Just waiting.
Just waiting for the cameras to go back on.
Boom.
Yeah.
Anyways, welcome back everyone to another episode of the podcast. We pull back the curtain, give you some insight what goes on behind the scenes of your favorite bar and restaurant. We like to call that the industry perspective. That was fast.
Done it that fast in a while. Yeah, that's right.
Get
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Yeah, I worked for that.
That's awful what she said. There.
What's up, motherfuckers? Yeah.
Huzzah.
Huzzah. That's your
Please
catchphrase?
let that be your thing.
Yeah.
Because I actually have your name as Razzle Dazzle Jenkins. I don't know if you've seen it. He's Penny
seen
P and you're Razzle Dazzle
Penny
Jenkins.
P, Razzle Dazzle Jenkins.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, everybody has a nickname.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's what happens when you have the power of the editing. Call people whatever I want.
Deal with it, motherfucker.
So May flew by,
It really did.
right? Like April dragged and May was like, hey, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
It's like a friend you see that's driving in their car and they honk at you. You're like, ah,
It's also,
that was May.
It was that one coworker that you love to work with, and then as you're clocking in, they're clocking out.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's just like, but I thought we were working.
I was
together.
like
Nah,
ready
I
to
got cut early. I
Yeah.
got cut early, bro. I'm
See you
outta
next
here.
week. I'm not on next week. I'm not
Oh,
on next Saturday.
man.
What do you mean?
Oh, and then
Yeah.
you guys always do the thing where it's like, yo, but like let's hang out like in real life, like outside, and you never do.
No, I try. I do try.
Yeah.
But in this industry, it's hard to see your friends because their days off aren't your days off.
Yeah.
So-
And then by the time you get to a day off, you just have so much to catch up on. It's like, I mean, I got this thing. Yeah, or you're just tired.
Go out, or
Yeah.
you're
Fucking broke.
Yeah. Or you're broke.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
That's my excuse. I'm always broke. Well, it's not really an excuse. That's a legitimate reason.
You merely adopted the broke.
Yeah.
I was born into it.
I was born in the mud.
Raised by it.
Oh, but it's speaking of broke though, like, dude, the fucking weather.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that's why I'm broke. Because people are not coming out that much.
Absolutely.
The weather's so
yeah.
fucked. We're in
Absolutely.
June. It's
Yeah.
still 70s. Highest is 70s. We had one day
It's
where it
not
was
even
damn near
70
80.
today. It's
No.
60 something. It was
It's like
supposed to be
65.
70.
Yeah.
Like we're in the first week of June and it's still not even breaking 80 except for one.
June
Yeah.
gloom is real.
And I mean, we do realize that we're Angelinos complaining about the weather, and some of our people listening
Absolutely.
are like, "I'd kill for some 60s right now." But
Well,
hey, this is our struggle.
This is
okay.
our struggle.
My
It's our
mom's telling me
struggle.
like back home, like it's 80, 82, 85. And I'm like, damn, what's
Like,
wrong
I want
there?
that.
I even heard the Phoenix is like in the high 80s right now.
Damn.
Because
dude.
remember, wherever we're at, they're like 20 degrees above it
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
And I was talking with a couple friends last week saying it's like high 80s.
Oh shit.
I'd kill for some 80-degree weather right now, man. I really would. This ain't it.
I don't
And
know.
people
It's
aren't
not-
coming out because they
No.
don't
Yeah.
want to be out in this weather.
Like
Yeah.
the whole rest of the week, we got.
Why'd you do that? You took the meme off.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Now people are gonna know what we listen to.
Oh no!
Top 5 playlist right there.
Don't watch it. This is our personal. Oh, okay, never mind. It's
Yeah.
back.
Cool. Fact.
I was just looking at the weather. It's just gonna be like 70s and shit still. Like
In a couple days. Like it's supposed to be cloudy like today, tomorrow.
It was supposed to rain this week, actually.
I hope it doesn't.
Someone told me it sprinkled, I think, earlier this morning.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Now I feel like we're on the Weather Channel.
I
So
think if the weather isn't what it's supposed to be, they should change the rent and the pricing here in California, because that's what we pay for. That's why we're here. It's for the weather. And if it's not what it's supposed to be, everything should drop back in price.
you're not delivering on your promises.
Yeah. Like it's supposed to be nice and warm out here, comfortable, but it's not.
I want Seattle
I
prices.
don't mind. It.
I personally don't mind gloomy
mind this
weather.
weather at all.
I'm cool with it. But like you said, for our business, it's just, overcast and rainy weather. It just puts like a whole cloud over people's personalities and people's willingness to go out and be social in LA.
Especially in a place that has so many patios and outdoor seating and open air space, no one wants to go out if it feels chilly.
Yeah.
And you can say, low 60s, that's not chilly because I live in Wisconsin. Well, if you're trying to enjoy your meal and you're getting nothing, you're getting low 60s or whatever, and wind coming at you and hitting you, like you're not going to want to eat in that weather. So that does affect our industry.
Who's going to get cold by the time it's the table?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it sucks.
Absolutely.
Definitely sucks.
But that lets you know how our week was.
Yeah. I mean, basically,
man.
Yeah. What'd you guys do?
It. Huh?
You guys just work? You guys just work this weekend?
Well, I only work weekends now.
Oh, bet. That's true.
So
basically,
I only work
exclusively weekends now.
Yeah.
So most of the weekday is off. I had an interesting weekend. I didn't realize that one of the parties we had on Friday was kids. And I mean or last Friday was kids. And I mean like literal fucking kids. Like,
so like 8-year-olds?
The highest age was 23.
Oh, okay. I was like, there's a bar.
Yeah. I was kind of thrown off there.
Yeah, okay. Okay, that wasn't.
I mean, I'm 30 now. I can say that.
Oh, okay. That's
true.
Yeah,
I
can say that. Yeah. I'm 30 now. I can call them kids.
Yeah.
Welcome.
The oldest person there was probably 23, and I just thought like, they were just broke.
Yeah.
But like older, like around like older 20s, but no, they were just broke because they're younger and probably in college.
Yeah.
And they were there celebrating somebody's birthday. It was a birthday party we did for somebody that housed another party, their cousin or his nephew or whatever. So we did it as like a favor. Yeah, sure. You always have good parties here for us. So yeah, we'll let your nephew or whatever host this party here. Man, the money was fucking trash, and the people were even worse. Like,
really?
Very rude. Nobody was like, after the first couple of transactions, and I just saw zeros. I was just like, this is all you get. You get no energy from me. Sorry. Yeah. People were coming up, and I'm taking their order, and I'll go to this person to take the order, and the person next to them would be like, excuse me, I was here first. And I'm just like, what can I get you? The other person was like, well, what about me? I'm like, I don't know. They said they were here first. You two fight about it. Figure it out. I'm not going to dictate today. You guys have brought me down to here.
Yeah.
So you guys go over there, fight it out when it comes get to drink.
Yeah.
That you still have to pay for.
Minimum effort.
But yeah, I was like, you know what? Whatever. If you were first, I don't fuck.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do.
And it was pretty much like that for the whole night. And I'm so glad I never worked at a college bar. Specifically like Mill Ave back in Phoenix. I could not imagine the bullshit those bartenders had to go through, because goddamn, college bars.
Man, I forgot all about
working in college bar must fucking suck.
Well, yeah, every week someone's throwing up or getting blacked out.
And that was the thing. Somebody threw up on my bar top.
Yeah.
And I didn't see it coming before it was too late. Because like the girl and her friend or whatever came up, she asked for a round of shots, this and that. And like I'm running her card, look over just to see like who's next in line. She looks at him, she's like, Tatum. She said something like, you're not about to do what I think you are. But he didn't have this look of balmy. He had this look of like, like he had to take a shit or something.
No,
Like
that's
he was like holding it or something.
I know that look.
Like his face was
The
like
look.
focusing.
It's focusing because you know it's about to come, so you're just trying to hold it together.
Yeah.
There's a look of trying to hold it together. I've been here many a times, so I know the look when I see it. Because it happened the one time someone threw up on my bar top. I knew I had a 2-minute window where I told his friends, like, he's not well. You need to get him to the bathroom before he throws up. Because I know that look. It's like you're just trying to hold it together. You don't want to do this right here, but like you're out of your fucking mind, and then you blow.
Yeah, and then I turn around. I'm like, okay, so I turn around to run the card and shit, and all I hear is the sound of liquid pouring onto the bar top, and I'm like, that was like big boy details. Like, oh, I know that ain't what I think it is, and I turn around and it is vomit that appeared.
Splatter.
So pulled up, and I was just like, and I kind of just turned around completely, and I was just like. And I looked at her, and I looked at him, and I'm not moving because I'm not still going. So I was just like,
still going?
It was still going. I'm
Dude.
like, and now my eyes are getting bigger. Like, get him away from me. Like,
what
I'm
are
trying
you
to
doing?
visually, convey that to her. Like, get your friend away from the bar.
She's just standing there watching
And
him?
she's kind of like in shock, and then I'm kind of just there,
gosh.
like, I'm like, grab my towel, just throw it at him. Here. Like, I'm not gonna fucking clean this. Because I saw him do it with his hands. He was like this, and I'm like, I threw it at him, and she's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, this and that. And I looked at him like, he's not getting that shot, right? She's like, oh no. So I just kind of moved away from him, like, no, he's not. Put my bar back. I'm like, yo, go get security and kick this guy out.
Absolutely.
I mean, she tipped like 20 on his card, but
Yeah.
as she should.
I just want to know if she still let him hit after.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just.
Yeah.
My thing was like he was trying to clear it off the bar with his hand.
I do know a friend that I have kind of a side story. I have a friend that got too drunk, and we were on like a party bus to San Francisco and back to school, like we went to school in the Bay Area. And on the party bus back, he kind of like peed on himself. He peed on himself. It was not kind of. He peed on himself. I don't know why I tried to soften. Yeah, I don't know why I tried to soften that blow. Like, yeah, no, like he peed on himself, and like literally, everybody was so drunk on the ride back. Most people were asleep, but he still was in the back because I was sitting next to a girl in the back, and he was sitting next to a girl in the back, and somehow this girl still gave him head on the bus ride back after seeing him. Like, he literally was walking around the bus in his underwear at this point because he's like, I don't give a fuck, man. Like, whatever. I peed myself. Like, I got it. These pants are like, they're wet now. What are you? And I was just like, bro, we're all cool, like, as like a college friend group, but like, and then he still ended up, and I was just like, nasty, gross. Yeah. So to answer your question,
so she likes her sausage marinated.
someone had to hit that bell. Dear Lord.
Like, I like it seasoned.
I was gonna say maybe she likes water play, but like you took it a step further.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
For that.
So I don't know if that gentleman still.
No, I don't think he
but
pissed himself, but he definitely threw up, and
that's gross.
It just reinforced and made me so appreciative that I've never worked in a college bar, and I don't. It was just that one night.
Yep.
It was just
you got a little taste of it.
Younger. Yeah, and I was just like, God damn, I feel for those bartenders that do, especially in the college towns. College bartenders gotta suck because one, you're not gonna make a lot of money.
All right.
Because they're all broke.
Yeah, I don't think you.
No?
I feel like you.
And here's the thing.
What?
They were all ordering the premium shit. Casamigos, Henny, Don Julio.
Because it's all stuff that has a name.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they've heard about it.
That's what it went
song.
in my mind too. I'm like, you guys only know this because you heard about it.
Yeah.
You don't really know. Because they were like, damn, $24 for Hennessy, 24 or 22 for Don Julio. I'm like,
You're literally paying for marketing.
Yeah.
You are the reason this costs the way it does.
Yep.
If people stop buying Casamigos tomorrow for 6 months, that price would fucking drop. It'd be the same as Tito's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Period.
No, I remember pre-pandemic it was like $43 for Casa Repo, and now it's $65.
Mm-hmm.
nuts.
It's insane.
Yeah.
But if they know you're going to pay it, then they're going to charge it.
Yeah.
So don't blame us for your drinks costing as much as they do. Blame yourself. Because if you would take our suggestions on the things that you should be drinking, which we're saying, how about you try this? Or how about you try this? Which a lot of times it costs less.
Yeah.
You know, people will ask me for a gin or a tequila or something like that. And it'll be something with a bigger name that has a bigger price point. And then I'll have 4 or 5 other behind me that I can make you a cocktail with this.
Yeah.
And it still would be cheaper than one shot of this.
Yeah. And don't give me
They don't even want to try that because I only want the thing that I know the name of. Is like, oh, I don't get a hangover off of that. That used to be the big excuse I used to hear from people ordering Casamigos.
I've had many hangovers off of Casamigos.
I have not because I don't drink that shit.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. But that was one of the main things I used to hear from people. They say, oh, I never get a hangover off of Casamigos. I'm like, you a goddamn lie.
That's a fucking
No, you do.
Because there's more additives in there.
More sugar in there than there is alcohol.
The vanilla.
You just had a better night with Casamigos.
Yes.
Yes.
Just say that.
And it's cool.
And you know what, too? Like, even taking, like, the well isn't bad. Because unless you're at a really divey, not rundown place, but like a really hole-in-the-wall place, a lot of places wells actually have good stuff, too.
Yeah.
A lot.
Shit, I found out one of the bottles in my well is 90 proof.
Which one is that?
The vodka, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah. Our vodka is fucking 90 proof. Which I would know that if I looked at the bottle, but I don't look at the bottle like that. I look at it to know what it is.
Yeah.
And I know it tastes good. It's actually a good vodka. Those are the 2 things I need to know to tell you. I could also tell you the story behind it because I've heard it 15 fucking times. I just didn't know it was 90 proof because I was like, who the fuck puts 90 proof in their bottle?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. It's
That's
right there,
crazy.
man. And it's cheap as fuck by price point.
Right.
It's not cheap as fuck by flavor.
Right.
But I'll have people ordering, like, let me get all this Tito's and this and that and all that because they recognize the name.
Ciroc.
And this is way better. Like, this is way better to get you where you want to be when you're saying you just want to get fucked up.
Yeah.
It'll do it. That shot of vodka.
And for the people that are wondering, like, well, I only drink cognac. What about a well cognac? There is no well cognac. Cognac is expensive by default because of the process it is that it takes to make it. So if you have cognac taste buds with fucking Budweiser pockets,
with E&J pockets,
you better start looking to something else until you
gotta find you a cornerstone.
Get something. Start expanding your taste buds, your horizons, because you're gonna be continuously upset that you're paying X amount for cognac. It's an expensive spirit.
Right. Yeah.
It's the process. I don't know the science behind it. I just know it takes a little bit longer to make.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time and resources to make cognac, so it's going to be more expensive.
And we're not the ones setting the prices, so please stop yelling at us for it.
Yeah.
We get no input on that.
Anytime you order that Henny sidecar, like, you're gonna get premium prices for that Henny sidecar.
I had somebody order a Henny margarita.
I've gotten that.
Yeah, that's the thing now.
I've gotten that. Yeah.
That was the first. That's the first I ever made one, though. Did I?
Yeah. We've talked about it before.
Yeah.
Because I get it ordered all the time.
That was the first time I made one, and she asked for one, and I stopped and I
You can't make one until you're 30. That's why.
That was the prerequisite.
Can you make this Henny sidecar? What's your age? Show me your ID.
Well, yes, I can. Yeah, no, I stopped and I looked at her, and she kind of just laughed, and she's like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "It's your fucking money.
Hey, if that's what you want."
Yeah.
I could have put Buffalo Trace in there. You would fucking know.
You know the difference, yeah.
No, literally wouldn't know.
Wouldn't know.
Literally wouldn't know. There's so much sugar being added to that.
There's a whole bunch of other shit. So it's like, why not just drink the Hennessy straight?
It's like,
whatever. We talked about this. I'm not gonna beat a dead horse.
You got to, but
if you're gonna pay for X amount of shit, dollar worth, just drink it straight or on the rocks. And if you're one of those people like, nah, I can't take alcohol just like that, pay for the well shit. You're not going to taste it anyways.
It's no different.
It's not going to give you a hangover, this and that. No, that's bullshit.
You don't have to have like any ego about like how you're getting like your actual drink.
I don't know. I just the hangovers and this and then, like, dude, if you drink too much of it, yeah, you'll get a hangover with anything.
Yeah.
If you drink too much water, you'll fucking die. Too much of anything is bad for you. Come on.
Yeah, water is bad. Says every bartender who has to fucking make 17 of them for you.
Fuck that. We have a water station.
Bro, I will have our policy is when someone comes up and orders a water, we still give it to them. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I get so much joy of putting the glass in front and be like, next time order that shit from one of these areas right here. I love pointing. Don't you bring your ass back up here and ask me for another water,
People
right?
go up and like, yeah, let me get 2 waters. I'm like, oh, we have a self-serve station at the end.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, get some ice water. It's cold.
Which you guys do
for the people who want to fight back on that, to be like, well, why can't you just pour me a water? What about all the water we already poured for you? That didn't just the fucking thing doesn't fill itself. Someone, a bartender, a server, a busser, whoever, stood there and put all of that water in there for you. Just go get it. Don't make me pour another one just for you. You're not that special.
And
Nor is
the
that
water from the soda gun pours really slowly.
Yes.
So that's the thing.
So
It
slow.
just takes some time.
So slow.
And if there's somebody behind you wanting a cocktail, it's like we're kind of both just standing here awkwardly, and it's like when you turn on the faucet just a little bit, that's how fast it pours.
Yeah. I love looking at someone else who's trying to order while I'm pouring water, and they're like, oh, and I'm like,
yeah. This gentleman over here.
I'm holding the glasses too. I'm like, I'm like, oh, can I order? Sorry, I gotta get them this water.
They needed it.
I'll be right with you. And then they're just sitting there like, oh fuck. And I'm like, all right. And just so you know, there's water right there. It was to your
It's right over there.
All you
I'm
had to
glad
do
we don't
was
have that
just
policy.
do that. Just do that. One of those or one of these, and you'll see it.
So glad we don't have that policy. I love pointing people just, it's over there.
Yeah, and then you just move on to the next.
We're trying to be nice
Unless
as much as possible.
Unless it's like slow enough and somebody's like, can I get some like a glass of ice water? Nobody at the bar. Why not?
Right.
Care.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna not do it
if I'm
'cause
not
lazy.
busy, I don't care to pour your water. That's fine. That's fine. But if I could be making money on an actual transaction, do not slow me down to give you a water.
Yeah.
If
that
there's a
bullshit.
water station, just treat it like crossing the street. Look to your left and your right. If you don't see water on either side, then come up and ask for one.
Yeah.
Just like crossing the street.
But most places that are busy are going to
Yeah.
have those options for you because they want to help you stay hydrated
Right.
too. Like we want you to keep enjoying your night rather than having to come up. But we also don't want you like to actually have to stop our money making operation to give you this free thing.
Yeah.
Point blank period.
That we've already provided.
That we've already provided.
We've already given it to you. Just look to your left and your right.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry. I'm hoping that don't just burn into some people's fucking brains, man.
Yeah.
Because the amount of times people will be standing next to water, asking me for water, and I still have to pour it for
You
them.
do?
Because
It's
policy.
We have to, yes, our policy. We have to be nice about it.
Jesus.
And they're leaning, like literally, it's right here.
Yeah.
Like almost on their arm,
Same
and
in
they're
my
just
place.
chilling, looking at you like, "Let me get that water, man. Let me get that water." I'm like, I mean, there is water next to you. If
I look at them and I look at the jug that's right next to them. I'm like,
Huh.
oh, okay.
I mean,
Got it.
there's got to be some upper limits to like limitations to like policies, though. No, all
We don't
right.
have that policy, so I just,
yeah, it's
Jesus Christ!
I'm like a traffic cop. I'm just,
Look, air traffic.
with the whistle and shit.
Woo, woo, woo.
that's me.
No, you're like,
Oh,
you
shit.
gotta get that flex on, man.
And if I'm in a good mood, I do like Chris Tucker in the beginning of Rush Hour 2, just start dancing.
Ooh, man.
Get into
Especially
it.
if Michael comes on and they ask for water.
Just get into it.
Any Michael comes on, you're like,
Yep.
right here. He ends up on Yelp like the bartender grabs his crotch a lot. Every time we ask for water, he grabbed his crotch. We don't know why.
Jesus Christ! Oh man,
It's not that good.
inappropriate.
I mean, I'm putting on a show, so it's not creepy.
There you go.
There you go. Speaking of creepy, dude, I had this. We had. You all right over there?
Yeah.
You good? Okay, all right.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, speaking of creepy, no.
My bad.
No, speaking of creepy, man, I just feel like I see too many things at my bar restaurant, however you want to call it, of just like guys, like, because I work with a lot of attractive women, and we've spoken before about how we feel kind of protective of them. And this dude, so like, there's a girl server, she was like collecting her drinks at like the bar, and I'm at the main well making drinks for everybody, so I'm like finishing up like her last drink. She's just waiting there, and then some dude just kind of like, from my eye, he just walked, he seemed, of the space that was behind her, he seemed to just walk really close to her, and I was just like, that was really awkward. And then like I saw her kind of react and kind of look and give him a dirty look as he walked past.
Ooh.
You know, he was already past her, but
right,
like,
but I'm saying that like kind
yeah,
of
it triggered that like,
the
oh,
fact
something.
that she noticed him even though he was behind her,
right? And so I was just kind of like, huh, okay. And then I just made the drink and she went on, and then she came back later and I was like, yo, is it me or was he like walking like really close to you? And she was like, no, he like actually he actually bumped me. I was like, what? He bumped you? Like the fuck? And one, I was like, why didn't you tell me or security or somebody so we can get him the fuck out of here? But she was just like, yeah, no, earlier, because she was serving tables in what it's called the lounge area of the restaurant. So it's the area where people sit at actual like serving tables, but it's around the bar. So she's like serving the tables by the bar, but he's sitting at the bar and trying to hit on her. So I'm like, yo, can I get your number? What's your number? Can I talk to you? Da da da. And she like literally,
your number.
Yeah. And it's like, my G, I'm in the middle of taking 6 orders. Can you please leave me the fuck alone?
Can I have your number? Can I have it?
Yeah, no, literally, that's what she said. He sounded like, literally, he was like that. And her response is,
can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, like, oh man, will you finish taking that order? Like, I know
one of our friends who have been to our house knows the significance of it.
Oh yeah.
It's never mind. I'm not gonna say.
What? Oh.
Yeah, it's a.
Oh, got you.
That's just fucking hilarious.
Oh man,
know that guys are still doing that shit.
No,
man.
That's literally what when she imitated how he tried to. He was like, "Can I have your number? Can I get your number? Can I?" And she was like, I have a boyfriend. And I have a boyfriend. She doesn't have a boyfriend.
Is he here with you right now?
Yeah, and like he just kept on trying to talk
at one of these tables. Like, why does that matter?
It's just like, yo, I'm clearly trying to give you a polite exit out of this, and then he felt a way about it. And I guess when he saw her, or like he was going to the bathroom, because the way he was sitting at the bar was like, he would have gone like a much more direct way to the bathroom. So I feel like he must have made his way around just to give her that contact. And I was like, dude, how small is your fucking self-esteem and ego that her giving you a polite, I'm just not interested, is really, while she's working.
Right.
It's never okay, but it's like, all right, cool, you're at a bar, like that kind of happens, like you're actually trying to talk. She's not even in a situation where her mind is on being like hit on, and you're going out of your way to do that, to like kind of put her on the spot.
Unsolicited engagement is kind of
especially when I'm like, she's working, she's doing her job, and I was just like, man, like dudes' egos are still so fucking small, and like, what the fuck? And he was a short dude too, so it's like, bro, it was like, all right, she's
can't have your number.
Yeah,
can't have it.
Yeah,
can't have it. Just like,
please. Oh,
let me get up there.
Yeah,
man,
it should just like cringe me. Yeah, I just feel so cringy, and I wish I had known all the context in the moment to have actually reacted and like made sure he got kicked out. Right. But like and I was earlier, I was like, damn, women just got it. I mean, we've talked about this before again, but it's like women just got it. So like, because like she just took it and just gave him a look and was like, went on about her business. Like, them's the breaks. I'm just like, those shouldn't be the breaks.
Shouldn't be the breaks. But that goes into a much longer discussion on
what?
Just the differences between what men have to go through, what women have to go through.
Oh yeah,
what anyone has to go through.
Sure.
Like, we're not going to be able to ever understand it on that level because we're not them.
Yeah.
But within this particular industry, especially, it would really behoove all of us to be a little bit more aware of that, seeing as how if we're the ones who are working with these, we do have some not ownership, like a responsibility.
Yeah.
Is where I was looking for. Just to make sure that they're good.
Yeah.
And make sure that, like you said, your first thought was, why didn't you tell us so we could kick them out?
Yeah.
But for them, they may be feeling, I already have to deal with this when I'm not here.
Right.
So of course I'm going to have to deal with it at work. And it's like, no, work is the one place you shouldn't have to deal with it.
Like, just come in and get your money and bounce. Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't have to deal with it, period.
Right.
But you definitely should not be having to deal with it while you're on the clock.
Yeah.
Trying to provide a service, trying to pay your bills, and everything like that. Like,
we were chatting. We were kind of chatting about this off camera. How you live down the block from work.
Well, let's not go too far into that one, because I am saving that for a particular guest.
Okay.
Because it's a discussion that I had with them,
Right.
and
I'll
it was
do like
something they wanted. They specifically said they wanted to talk
Okay.
about.
I'll divert. So the point I was going to get to was like having creeps like that makes it unsafe, and even just downtown Los Angeles is kind of wild in itself. And I told you this the other day, where it's like, man, I know I can fight, but you just never know what somebody has tucked away in their pocket or whatever. Like always keep pepper spray on you. Shit, I even want to buy some pepper spray, because it's like I don't want to get into a scuffle with somebody, let alone it be somebody who's homeless or whatever. Like, I don't know what germs, whatever you have on you, just keep you away. Just a little back the fuck up.
It's not TikTok.
Bro, you got a pepper spray mister. Away with you.
Yeah. Bro, like,
Can I get a
Start? No.
like hitting 30, I'm like, I don't want to get into a scuffle. I don't want to get into hit him with that
You're way too
Febreze.
close.
Sir, 6 feet.
Are you
I got
hitting, or is that
sniper
the
mode.
can?
I got
It's
sniper
slow.
mode or shotgun spray.
I hope your pepper spray is that cute and
Oh my
delicate.
god!
I don't know how pepper spray sounds. I was just mimicking. No,
You can't zest them with it. Zap zap.
Like, my man came salt me with it.
like, I don't know. I was hitting him with the sniper mode, not the shotgun blast. If it was shotgun blast, it'd be like,
Bro, where are you getting your weapon sounds from? Have you ever played, I don't know, Modern Warfare? Where are these weapon sounds coming from?
I just heard booty cheeks fucking farting. I was like, yo. Oh, talk about keeping them away from me. Like,
Dude.
get away from me.
was that the pepper spray or your ass?
Oh my
It was
god.
yet again.
I need to hear
It's
the
farting in a can.
I cannot wait to hear the audio playback of this
man.
episode just to hear
That
your
was
interpretation of weapons.
Pew pew, shoo shoo. Everybody on that. Shoo shoo.
Ratatata. Ratatata. Oh my god.
Look, the point
The
is,
point is, back to the serious topic.
like, people are creepy and just
shit.
I don't know, man. Carry some pepper spray on you.
Yeah,
Yes.
Because
carry some
fighting,
pepper
because getting
spray.
into fights isn't fun.
Yo,
No.
I will also say, at your own risk, get on the Citizen app and look up sex offenders in your area.
Oh, word.
Oh my god.
There, yeah.
Yo, that shit looked like chicken pox down here, bruh.
That's
I got Citizen
wild.
app on my watch.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, wow.
and it has like this little like radar ping. I feel like I'm
Yeah.
fucking Batman or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
where's the trouble? It's just like a little radar thing, and I'm like,
Well, in certain
Go out there.
areas, like downtown Los Angeles, you get pinged every 5 minutes.
Oh,
every 5
I
minutes.
had to turn notifications off.
Yeah.
I
I
can
just got a
only
notice
see the
now.
ones if I'm looking at my phone, and even then, it's still too many.
Yeah.
It's far too
Dude,
many.
I would get like, it would say like, someone got stabbed 5 feet away from you. And I'm like, because I'm at my restaurant and I guess it's
Was I with them?
like, Jesus Christ.
I'm sitting at
Wait,
home
time
like,
out, am I? Wait a minute. Jesus. Like,
standing 5 feet away from you. I'm in the bathroom. Like, yo, Nando, you
what,
good?
kind
over
of,
there?
what kind of stabbing are we talking about, bro?
yeah, dude.
Am I safe?
And there's that, and there's also man attacks citizen with traffic cone or something like that, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, that I kind of want to go see that low key.
I literally got one a couple weeks ago. It was like, GTA 600 feet away from you right now. I'm like, yo, who's playing?
Who's playing Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah, somebody challenged me to get
Like,
on
yo,
GTA
let's
right
get
now.
to it.
Nah,
It
it was the one
game.
movie we see with carrying on the TV. He just set up his system right there in the middle of the
That guy,
street.
there's literally a guy. We always see him at the corner downstairs holding a TV.
I like this fucking 38-inch TV just walking around.
Yeah.
He's got to find somewhere to plug it into.
Probably.
And
Yeah.
He's still looking, apparently.
He's still
we've
fucking
seen
looking.
him at least once a month since we've moved here.
That's interesting.
Yeah, the first couple of times I was like, oh, maybe he got kicked out. Nah. And
Okay.
he's not carrying a bag, so it's not like he's
Literally
got
just a
it's
TV.
just a TV.
It's just a
If
TV.
he's going to a friend's house or something. I don't fucking know. But
But if you're going to a friend's house with the TV, you got to have a bag. 'Cause you got to have a reason to bring the TV.
That's
If
true.
your
There's
friend
so
has
many
another
questions.
console, they have enough money to have another TV, so you shouldn't need your own.
There's a lot of follow-up questions to be had there. I'm not going to be the one to ask him
No, I'm
them,
definitely
but
not. I don't ask any questions when I'm outside the house. No, sir.
Oh my God.
The only questions I ask or answer is menu questions.
Yeah.
That's it. That is it. That is it. And my main question that I get is, how much does this cost?
Oh
And how
man.
much does that cost?
How does that usually go?
And it doesn't go well because my manager was just telling me last night that I'd say the best way I could say it is that my face is audible. He said I will be talking with a guest and I'll be like all smiles and they'll say something stupid. And he's like,
And you're just
I can
like-
tell it was something stupid because your face literally just changes.
like you just drop. Yeah, I feel that too.
I can
People
see
come
that.
up and like, hey, how's it going? Yeah. Oh, you guys got Don Julio? Yeah, we got it. How much is it?
All right,
22.
Yeah.
How much is your well?
Oh
13.
no.
Yeah.
And they go down the list.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
no.
that's the biggest issue when people start asking you questions about how much stuff costs.
Uh,
It's not that
However-
you're inconveniencing me asking me to cost.
No, it's cool.
It's that usually
I know where this is going.
This is going.
However, some people also do that because they've been to places where it's more expensive.
Right.
Well, no,
or
if you're asking me about the premiums, I get that because I've seen classes will be 35 and I've seen it be 70. So like I get
So
that there's a
they
range.
just trying to. Sometimes they're just trying to gauge in like how many of these shots I can get.
Yeah.
And shooting some bail here while still leaving a good tip before I got to switch to something different.
Right.
Or,
Yeah.
so
absolutely.
not immediately jumping to the negative here where it's like, oh, broke. They got to ask the no, because sometimes you just want to know
Yeah.
to see
Yeah.
if you're buying around for everybody,
Right.
how many rounds. So it's a bunch of different factors.
Right.
We're just kind of just jumping into the negative first.
Well, we're
But
jumping into the negative first because that's mainly what we end up
Yeah,
seeing.
you end up
that's
seeing
The
that.
definitely
majority of people who ask you
But
how
how are the
much stuff
variables?
costs do not tip. And when I mean do not tip, I'm not saying like, oh, they'll leave $1 or something. And I'm not saying you're supposed to leave more than that.
Yeah.
I'm saying they will ask you how much stuff costs and have you run down a list, have you get further behind while other people are trying to order. And then they'll be like, all right, well, let me just get the well. It's like, well, why didn't you just say that?
9 times out of 10.
And then they
yeah.
don't tip on top of that.
Yeah.
And now I also have to diffuse all the rest of these other people who are waiting,
Yeah.
not understanding why me talking to the person took that long.
Mhm.
So now you're not just affecting what I made off of you or didn't make off of you. You're affecting what I may or may not make with any other transaction for the next however long.
Because you were trying to find the cheapest option because you knew your budget coming in.
Yep.
And you've probably been to this place before, and I feel like most places I can walk in and size up like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
the average margarita here is going to be $15 to $20. The average margarita here might be 25. It's just one of those places, and I'm in Los Angeles. Cool. But I mean, like, I'm not at a dive bar, so margaritas aren't going to be $10.
Right.
And so you kind of know your budget and what's going on. And so when you start like asking those questions, and it's just like, all right, man, like, just tell me what is your budget and we'll work from that.
Yeah.
But that's also weird because like you're talking about the bar when it's busy as hell.
that kind of sounds like you're working at a car dealership at that
Right.
point.
It's like,
so what's your budget then?
Yeah. No, I'm not actually going to work with someone's budget at the bar, but like, it's just like,
Sometimes you have to.
yeah,
man.
but like, that's essentially what it's coming down to, and that would save me time, honestly, than like me listing all of our tequilas and
Save both of us time and you the embarrassment.
yeah.
Thankfully, we
Don't
have
ask me.
all of our bottles behind our bars when they're like, oh, what kind of tequila you got?
That don't always work though, man.
Yeah, because they do
all
too.
my bars,
They do too.
all of our bottles are behind us too. And I will see someone looking at the gin and be like, "What kind of gins you got?" And I'm like, "It's literally right behind my head.
You're looking at it.
You looking at it. I have those. You don't have anything else?
If we did
You see anything else? No.
They're waiting for a magic trick, I think.
Yeah. More on that later, I guess. Yeah. My main thing is that if you're broke, stay home. Please.
You probably should save
if
money.
You're budgeting. Maybe stay home.
Honestly,
maybe stay home.
Yeah.
Not just because we know we're not going to make that much money off of you, but also just why are you spending money you shouldn't be spending?
No,
I haven't gone out in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, I just came back from EDC, but still, I have no intentions of going out because I'm broke.
Budgeted for EDC.
Yeah.
That's the difference. You knew you were going to EDC. You planned for EDC. There are people who know they don't have any money to go out tonight and they still come out tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also saying to the rest of you who do have the money to come out, please stop bringing your bro friends out if you don't plan on paying for them. Don't put them in that position either. If you know your friend is always kind of struggling with their finances and maybe they shouldn't be out, don't invite them. If they try to invite themselves, tell them maybe you should stay home. Be a good friend. That's my main thing.
Yeah.
Be a good friend, a good acquaintance, whatever. But don't bring people out because you got money and then they're trying to keep up with you because they wanted to hang with you. And then the time comes, you're like, well, that's not my problem.
And also, if they're also good friends of yours too, they would understand, like, damn, nah, because then I don't want to be the person that mooches or leeches off of them because they got the money. And I know they'll buy me 1 or 2, 3, 4 drinks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Some people are raised different, whatever. Some people have morals, some don't. But yeah, just maybe surround yourself with different people.
Yeah.
Those that understand.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what? I would love to go out with you guys and have fun, but I shouldn't. And I probably have a bottle at home, so I could just chill at home.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, you definitely, I feel like, know your friends and know, you don't know all your friends' budgets necessarily, but you kind of probably have an idea, like, where they're at. And like you said, unless you're ready to hold that night down or, like, you know, at least, oh no, let me get the first couple rounds, and like you can even say in the face, like, you remember you did that thing for me, you know what I mean? This is, it's little simple stuff like that.
Or I just wanted to buy you this.
Yeah.
I would do that. You know, I've done that for plenty of my friends. If I'm asking you to come out, it's not that I'm saying I'm paying for everything. And it's also not that I'm saying you have to pay for everything yourself. I'm just saying I'm going out. I'd like for you to join me.
Right.
If you can afford it, come out. If you tell me you can't and I can't afford to pay for both of us, I'll let you know. Hey, man, I'll get like the first couple rounds.
Yeah.
But then that's on me to say, well, if I'm having that good of a time where I want to continue going, I also have to factor in that I invited someone else out.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they thought I was only going to be out for an hour or so, 2 hours. I got 2 hour money.
Yeah.
I'm coming out with 2 hour money. If you're on a 4 hour schedule, let me know, because I'm coming out for 2 hours. Like, just be aware of all of that. Don't put your people in that kind of position, but also don't put yourself there by inviting people out that you should not have out.
Yeah.
Putting somebody in a social contract and then a social obligation to stay out is not beneficial for both parties.
Yeah.
It sucks. And then it sucks for the staff that are at the bar you're working at.
Yeah.
They're the ones who have to deal with it. Right. And that goes for relationship wise too. If you're on a date with someone, and I know that the social dynamics have changed a lot. I can only speak for myself and what I've seen as well. If I'm asking someone out on a date, I'm expecting to pay for the date. If they do pay something for the date, even better, because to me that's like, okay, it's not always going to be on me.
Right.
I like that, but I also like paying the majority of it or whatever. But that's me. I just kind of get tired of seeing people come out on dates as well, or even in relationships.
Yeah.
And only one of them has money.
Yeah.
Why are both of you out? Only one of you should be out. Only one of you has money.
Oh man, I just think of like so many awkward times I've had, specifically with couples, and like they get to the end, and it's like there'll be the couples that are low key regulars, and we all know they don't tip or they don't tip that well, but like most of my like coworkers are not have like the balls to really call them out on it. And I'm the one that will not call them out like, hey, you fuckers don't tip. I don't never say anything like that. But I'll start a conversation and kind of like, hey, so how was your experience? And like, oh, it's great. We always love it here. It's always great. You were great. Oh, no. Like, oh, okay. Well, I just noticed that you guys
feel like it.
Yeah, I just noticed that you guys didn't tip. I just want to say, is there anything I could have done better? And then every time when it's like a couple, one of them will be like, oh no, well, she said she was gonna get it this time. And then she looked like, never talked about it. Like you could see the look on their face. But like they do this back and forth thing where like they point to one of the other people to be like, oh no, they said they were getting the tip. And I'm just like, that doesn't even make sense. I've seen that happen multiple times.
Did you bring cash?
Yeah. No, I don't know. They just they play hot potato with it, and I'm like, that doesn't make any logical sense. But I just need. I feel like someone should tip if you. I'm
gonna play devil's advocate.
Okay.
Be the hater that I am.
All right.
We should be able to call people out that don't tip. You guys remember? You guys ever see that Black Mirror episode where they had like that social media thing where they gave people ratings and you could see like basically like your better your rating, the better of a person you are, even if it was fake.
Yeah,
it still like forced people to be nice or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I remember reading an article about China implementing something like that.
Oh shit.
So people like, you won't be able to get certain jobs or different housing, whatever. And I'm like,
wow.
Oh, that fucking sucks. I think we should have that with tipping. Like if it
would be interesting for sure.
Yeah,
like it sounds fucked up, but like a person comes up, there should be like something on their phone or whatever their card that pops up, and it's like this person doesn't tip. It's like like somewhere in the future where there's some kind of augmented reality where a thing pops over their head, like a little icon, like a little Xbox icon where it says they're live, where it's like doesn't tip.
And you just like walking in. Yep. And I know the
and I know
service,
how to gauge this interaction. I mean, it sounds kind of fucked up, but I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No,
we should have something like that because then it'll make people. I'm not saying it'll make people, but they'll be more inclined to tip, so they don't have that little thing on that little flare on them that says doesn't tip because nobody wants to be seen as that person that's like that person that doesn't tip.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. I'm trying in my head, I'm thinking about the people that don't give a fuck about the fact that they don't tip. But those people,
there's definitely those that don't give a fuck for sure.
Yeah, but if most people feel very awkward and put off when you actually call them out on it. And
especially when they're with their friends too.
Yes,
in a big social
I
gathering.
love doing that.
Nobody wants that social embarrassment.
I love like literally. I feel like I've started at least 2 people's villain arcs because I call them out in front of their friends, and they get so fucking embarrassed because they're always the people that literally say, "Hey guys, I got this," and then
I got this guy.
I got this guy who doesn't tip, and I'm just like,
I got this guy that ain't got it.
He ain't got it. You don't really got it. You just wanted to look like you got it. He didn't have it. So when he does all that and he's like da da da, I'm just like, hey, you guys have a good time? Yeah. Oh, okay, because your got it guy didn't give it. So what's up? And then you see like they all get embarrassed. And I had one of them, he wrote a Yelp review about me because he said I didn't like, I think he felt like he gave an adequate tip, and I remember specifically what he gave, and I remember like some of the other people from the table left me cash on like my little side station because they felt bad about it. It's just like, yo, I thought it was a good time. I thought we all had a good time, and he didn't seem to, compensate for that or feel the same way. So, yeah, I don't know. I love calling people out on it, but
yeah, I feel like I want to start calling more people out.
I do it in a very, I put it on me. So it's like, it's always like, how was your service? The service was good. Oh, I felt like I had done something wrong. Is there anything I could do better to actually deserve or win adequate tip or something around that? And so it looks like I'm trying to put it on me, but I'm actually just telling you that you suck.
I gotta think of a way to do it at my bar because we don't do servers or service to tables because people come up to us. So I think I can spin it in a way where it's like they come back, how they didn't tip, like, hey, did you not like the last cocktail? I mean, something wrong with it?
Yeah.
Oh no, it was great. Oh, well, how come you didn't really show that appreciation on the the bill.
Something
Like that. I don't know, because I feel like too many people get away with it, with wanting exceptional service, but not showing the appreciation for it.
Yeah.
And I'll be damned if I let somebody get one over me. God damn it.
I'll show you.
I'll show you one way or another. Social embarrassment. That's what I'll do.
That's all we got.
Weapon.
That's all we got.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful weapon.
Weaponized social
It
embarrassment.
is. It definitely
It sounds
is.
so bad. It sounds so fucking bad.
Truth though.
But what annoys me more, not more, but is just as annoying, especially in my place, like loud ass fucking music,
Yeah.
is the people that don't speak up, specifically guys.
Mm.
It happens with a lot of guys who come up and ask for drinks because they want to make sure their voice is really nice and low and deep.
Oh.
Can I get a tequila soda? What? Tequila soda. Dude, I can't hear you. It's loud. What? Tequila soda. Then they had to point to the fucking thing. I'm like,
no,
oh,
you didn't have to.
fucking margarita or whatever the fuck it is you're saying. Tequila soda. I don't fucking know. It's like, speak up.
Yeah.
It's loud in here. I can't fucking hear you. What's so hard about speaking up? If you gotta drop the bass or elevate the fucking treble in your voice, dude, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I just need to hear your fucking
I need to
order.
hear your order so I can move on with the actual execution
And
of
if
said
you
order.
can't shout, you have a phone. There's a notes app. I've seen
That's
people do that. I fucking love that.
Yeah.
Great. I don't have to shout. You don't have to shout. You just. Hey,
Cool. Got it.
Message
Damn, I
received.
didn't
I've
think
seen
about that.
people use that to
love
let
that.
you know that they want to close their tab.
Oh,
They
word.
write out their last name and they hold it above their head and they're like,
Oh,
they're like
shit.
this.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like hand
it's
signals,
really
stuff
cool.
like that. Like
Yeah.
if you can't raise your voice to let me hear you, do something to communicate. But
Yeah.
if you're talking too soft, or even like women too that have soft voices, and it's like I can't. I'm sorry, I just can't understand and I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Write it on your phone.
Especially if you
Something.
if you see me just in my mode and I'm like moving and working and I'm like clearly it's like, okay, cool. What do you need? I'm sorry, one more time. What do you need?
But like,
And then like I feel like every time I ask for them to speak up or
They
repeat,
speak lower.
they get softer, and I'm just like, okay, what are you pulling a prank? Is Ashton Kutcher about to pop out of somewhere? Like, what is going on? It's loud. A lot of things are happening.
Ashton Kutcher, that's showing your age.
I know. I felt it as I said it,
You
and I
should
was
have
just
said
like,
like David Dobrik or somebody.
I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is. Rob Deerdeck, is that still out?
He doesn't do break shows.
Oh, well, he does like the videos. What does he do?
Ridiculousness.
Yeah, that's not okay. That's not the same. All right.
Oh,
Anyway, Ashton Kutcher, go back in time and watch that on MTV. That before it was back when they used to show music videos. Remember that?
No,
MTV shows
all right.
music videos.
I was around before then.
No, he came from the time when people would wait for the music video debut.
Wait. Talking about do people not do that anymore?
No, you can see it on YouTube now.
Yeah,
the
they
only
love
way to see the
it.
music video was it
Bro.
would debut on
Ain't nobody
MTV.
waiting for it.
Bro,
Yeah.
are you saying you weren't there when they were saying world premiere?
I was like at somewhere on the
Okay,
tail end
cool.
of that.
Those are good times.
Yeah, late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, that was when like
We were all waiting for it.
we were all waiting.
There was nothing else to do. Like,
It was
dead
free
ass.
106
YouTube.
in Park and
Nothing
shit
else
like
to do.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Oh
I used to
man.
106 and park my ass on the couch waiting
Yes.
for it every
That and
Friday.
TRL.
Freestyle Friday, bro. I used to love Freestyle Friday.
Oh yeah, it used to go
Because
off.
no matter what, whoever won, they always lost. Because none of the motherfuckers ever had a career.
No, I remember I think the biggest one was Jin. He was like the Asian guy.
It was two. It was Jin, and then
There
there
was
was
a blind guy.
Blind
No?
Fury.
Blind Fury.
Blind
Then there's
Fury.
three, because mine was Poster Boy. He was the
I don't
first
remember that.
big one from 106 and Park.
I don't remember.
Like
Poster Boy.
he annihilated people back then, and couldn't write songs for shit.
That's the thing.
Yeah, he
That's
was a
real.
battle rapper.
Yeah.
He was the comedian who could talk shit about the people in the crowd, but couldn't
Word.
write a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was
Like the
pretty
talent
bad.
that just couldn't actually materialize.
Yeah, and I remember Jen too. I
Yeah.
remember Jen. Blind Fury, I heard about. Never
That
heard.
song. Wait, how did we get here?
We were talking
How old
about.
I am.
We were talking about people that didn't speak up. How did we get here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just.
Oh, pranks.
Yeah,
Ashton
pranks.
Kutcher.
I felt like people were giving me pranks. I was just like, yo, speak up. And they don't speak up. Even servers, like servers will be at the well and I'm making like 7 drinks at once. And I was like, yeah, can I get a Coke? I'm sorry. Can you, like, I'm still like moving. I'm moving like, huh? What do you need? Coke.
Yeah.
I need a Coke. Like, all right, now my 10s are down. Now I'm reaching over. Speak to me with some actual bass in your voice. And I'm just like, how are you at your tables? Like, what? Like, come on now. But then they tell me I'm intimidating, but that's a whole nother story.
Oh no, I know that.
You can't get loud with servers. You'll hurt their feelings.
Oh my God.
Also, you can't get quiet with servers because apparently that hurts their fucking feelings.
Yeah.
I get yelled at for not talking to servers enough, and I'm like, what can I talk to you about? Legos? I don't have any. I don't have any Legos. I'm sorry.
You saw the Lego movie?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
like,
God,
I'm sorry.
nerd.
Servers, we love you, but god damn, like, you guys get too sensitive with us. You should be doing that with the guests.
Be sensitive with your guests.
Yeah.
Don't cry at the table.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like
some eggs on that?
yo, there's this one TikToker that I see, like she does like these scenarios.
Yes.
You see the white girl.
Yeah, and
she's
it's
like, wait, you wanted what with that? She's like bawling her eyes out. I fucking love her videos. They're funny as shit. I sent them to you.
Oh man.
I sent it to you before you stopped using it. But yeah, she's funny as hell. I don't know what her username is.
Damn.
But she's like, what? Oh my god, that's so funny. And she's like bawling her eyes out because it's the 100th time she's heard it. I fucking love her videos. They're funny as hell. Shout out to her.
I've never seen it. I feel like I've seen it.
Yeah.
If I show you,
there.
if I send it to you, you'll know what I'm talking about. They're funny as shit. But yeah, servers, stop getting mad at us or sad at us.
Yeah.
Like,
it's all good.
We're all trying to do our job.
Oh no, I love.
Don't cry.
At least you get to leave the bar.
Yeah, and get to like kind of like take breaks from your guests. Like, yeah, they're right there.
You get to hit your vape passing into the hallway to go to the kitchen to pick up your food.
Yeah,
it feels like bartenders are the zoo animals, and like servers are the people who work at the zoo.
Zookeepers.
Yeah, they're the zookeepers.
Yeah,
because we're the ones we don't get to go anywhere. We don't get to move. We're stuck there the entire time.
Yeah,
and then you get upset if we bite your ass. Well, stay out of my cage.
For feeding time with the tickets, like, hey, did you get my?
Exactly what it is.
You know how much shit got thrown at me in between the time that you were here and now?
It was
These fucking kids, which are the guests at the bar, waving their hands at me. Yeah, I'm pissed off. Don't ask me about a fucking ticket.
Dude,
I'll get to it.
I'm 100% that bartender because I stay at the main well, and like they get on me because like especially like when it's busy and clearly I know tickets. I know that ticket's been there for 10 minutes. I'm aware. I am OCD about it. Like I know when ticket times are reaching a certain limit, and when they come and they try to like, did you get the? I'm making it right now.
Yeah,
I'm
working
right now.
on it.
It's like, and literally, and then I started doing a thing where like I would put the ticket I'm working on in front of me, so I hope that they would read it, so they know that their ticket is up next. But they never do that. So then like I'm just literally like. Right there, it's there, and oh man.
The first restaurant that I worked at when I got here, I will say they established there, like the owners and everybody there. It's like, do not bother the bar about tickets because they knew how busy the bar got, and it's like, hey, unless your ticket is like running X amount of minutes late, then go ask. But if not, just know that it's coming out. And we never had that issue. Servers were asking and that unless it was very, very late and it wasn't with the order that it was supposed to be. So
right.
That is probably like one thing I will give that place.
We try to tell people the servers to talk to like the support bartenders because like usually we have the people working like the actual bar guests and like one person will probably be like helping me on the main production. The idea is to go to them because I'm just like in it.
Your machine, just
but like
automatic.
But still if like nobody else is there then like they like come, oh my gosh, and like they know me at this point. So a lot of times they'll just awkwardly like stand in front of me waiting for like an opportune moment. And I'm just like, there's not gonna be an opportune moment because these tickets are coming. And it's like, May I? Could I? And oh man, yeah. It's comedy. It's comedy. But like I've gotten better at like being a little bit more. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Whatever. But
like you gotta just set aside a moment. Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Oh man.
It's like, hurry up and tell me before I start my next order.
And don't.
Your window's closing. It's closing. All right.
And I'm back to it. And then they talk soft when they get their moment, and I'm just like,
now was not the time for whispering.
no.
Oh, not.
Yeah.
You gotta say it with your whole chest.
The point of it is just speak up. Music loud. There's a lot of people. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Speak up. Like, I'm not saying shout directly into my ear canal, but like, I need to hear you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No.
Guest
And the
and
place I
service
work
alike.
at, we have loud music. I wear like these little earplugs and stuff
Oh shit.
because it's so fucking loud. But I can still hear people.
Oh word.
I still hear them fine. It's just I need, and I think that they think I can't hear them because they kind of look at me like, dude, you have earplugs in. I'm just like, just speak up. I can hear you.
Word.
Fuck, man.
I would definitely be thrown off if my bartender had earplugs in.
Yeah, but if
Yeah, but
I'm
they
like,
got those special ones now.
No.
some
Yeah,
of the
where they
sound goes
know
through. I
what
like
noise
that.
to cancel,
Yeah.
basically.
I
Yeah.
like
it's got
wanting
like
to
a
get some
little
of those.
like a little canal in there, so like only the
Yeah.
right noise travels
Yeah.
in, not the fucking overbearing music.
Interesting.
and
Yeah,
shit,
I've
like
only
the
tried.
acoustic sound.
I've tried wearing those before. They do work. I've never
Yeah.
tried them at work, but I've tried them at festivals,
Yeah.
and they work really
fucking
well.
great.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I love
And then
them.
when you
I didn't
take
know
them out,
about
you're
that.
like, oh my god, I'm going deaf.
Oh, because there's just so much input.
It's like Spider-Man when he
Yeah.
first gets his powers.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
There's
it-
too
it-
much
Yeah.
going
Yeah,
on.
it feels like
Sensory
that. Yeah, you
overload.
take them out, and you're like, holy fuck, dude,
Yeah.
sensory overload.
That's
You just gotta
crazy.
Put them back in,
Yeah.
muffled.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
But like
Absolutely.
people's voices still travel. Like you can still hear them perfectly fine. It's just the music that it like cancels out, I guess.
Yeah.
It
No.
muffles the music, but voices are still audible.
The technology and science behind that is fascinating. Interesting. I'd
Fucking
be
great.
interested to look into that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow, we went on a journey there from.
I know. We did it like 3 times.
we went on a journey there.
Like we somehow got to MTV and rap battles
Yeah.
and like the technology
We
behind
brought it back
earplugs.
though,
Yeah.
and then we went off again. But like, I love
Yeah.
that. That's a real bar.
That is a real bar. And a real bar has a real menu.
Yes.
And when it does, please don't try to order off of it.
Look at it. No, start with look at it. Look at it. When you come to the bar and the first thing I do, and I hand you menus and say, you want some water while you're looking at the menu? And be like, so, what do you have? You know, you guys have onion rings? You guys have onion rings, right? We don't. Well, what do you have like for like apps? Well, you know,
Menus right there.
let's do this together.
Menus are
So we're
fucking
gonna
nice.
open the menu and starters apps right there. I'm gonna leave you with that while I go get that water. Oh, can you get me a water? Ooh, that's the thing I hate. Sorry. When people ask me to do something I was already gonna do,
No, now I don't want to get you a fucking water.
Oh
Now you can
my
fucking
God.
What
wait.
you already were gonna do, you just said.
I just
you
said
were gonna
that.
do.
I was like,
That's
yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna do this. Hey, can you do that?
That's like when like your
Yeah.
mom
Nah,
will
I
tell you
can't
to
do
wash
it
the
anymore.
dishes,
Oh, no,
and
no.
you already
Yeah.
planned on washing the dishes. Like, now I don't want to fucking do it. Man.
No. That's
You told
why.
me to do
That's
it.
why I did a lot of deep thought because it actually does trigger me, and it is some stuff with my mom. It's
Dude,
literally
I
some
feel
stuff with
you
my
on
mom as to
My
why.
mom would do that shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm at home, whatever, chilling. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to do the dishes. Like, I get up from the couch.
Yeah.
Mom's like, wash those damn dishes. Like, I don't want to fucking do it now.
No,
I was gonna
I'm on
do
the
it out of
couch
the
now.
kindness of my heart.
I go to
No,
couch now.
fucking do it.
No, I've
Do it
done.
with attitude instead of
Yeah.
love. God damn it.
It triggers me in a deep way when people tell me to do something I was about to do, and if I told you already. But yes, the menu. You look at the menu and you see what's on the menu, and then you still ask me to make something that, guess what, isn't on the fucking menu.
Right.
Like, the fuck? The fuck?
I was trying to give you what we have, and then you decided I don't want that. But what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
I only have what I have. And
Jesus.
if I answer your question, please don't ask another one. Like on top of that, what kind of gins do you have? And you name all 5, and like, well, do you have this one? Wait, let me go check. And it's not the 5 that I memorized that we have. The only 5 we have.
And
Let me go ask somebody else.
And my next trick out of a hat
They
is
literally think
the
we're
gin
magicians.
that you asked for.
Yeah.
Look at that.
We're magicians today.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Let me just pull that fucking bottle out.
Oh my
like,
god.
oh, you discovered my plot. God damn it, here it is.
Yeah.
Fucking, you got it.
You
did
got
it.
me.
And a lot of places, especially places like yours, will have a list of spirits, wines, and all that stuff. Like, this is what we have available here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they want people to order the expensive shit available.
Exactly.
Like, especially with restaurants, like high-end restaurants.
Yeah.
Depending on the bar, may or may not.
It's
Usually they have them on the back.
That's
of
what
the
I'm
bar,
saying.
so you
Like,
can see
they're at least displayed if
visible,
you can't.
so you don't have to ask that question.
The
Right.
higher up it is, the more expensive it is.
Yes.
I don't,
That's
I
why
don't
it's
think
called
people-
top shelf.
I don't think people understand that anymore.
It's called top shelf because generally it's on the top shelf.
Because it's not ordered as often, so it sits up there because it's expensive. And if I have to go, you said it before, if I have to climb up and get it, it's gonna be expensive.
I don't want to offend anyone, but
That's something somebody says when they're gonna offend somebody.
a top shelf Long Island is still a Long Island. And I just there's something very triggering about those.
No.
Okay, so you guys get it too.
No,
All right, cool.
I ordered top shelf. That makes me better. It doesn't. It
It's
makes you
still a
worse.
Long Island.
No, it
No.
makes you worse because now you're spending more for the same shit. I respect the college kid who orders a Long Island more.
Like I get
because
it.
at least they know they're ordering trash.
Yeah,
As
like this is
opposed
where
to
I'm
that,
at. It's literally in my head. It's always been bang for your buck. Look, I'm just trying to get to drunk, and this is my quickest route to drunk. But like, let me pay more for this route to drunk. I'm still drunk.
Let me drink my Long Island with my pinky out.
Yeah.
So they know this is a premium.
Yeah.
That just
Not a
reminded
fan.
me of what happened this weekend, which reinforced how trash a Long Island is. So one of our eggs busted because we do all of our house specialty cocktails are on draft because we're built for speed.
Oh, bet. Okay.
So it's just pour. Unless you want something for us, we could still
Yeah.
make cocktails like on whatever this and that, like
Cool.
a sidecar. We can still do all that,
Right.
but all of our main stuff is from tap.
Gotcha.
So we make all of them beforehand. They're not cheaply made. They still have good stuff in there. They're not like store-bought Long Island, store-bought whatever. They are made in the back.
Right.
Our Long Island keg busted somehow. And I went in yesterday as we were opening, and I opened the walk-in. I walk in to grab some fruit and stuff. And I'm just hit with this smell of what I thought was rubbing alcohol or like a gas leak. And I'm like, holy shit,
We're
that
about
woke
to-
me up.
We're about to
That
explode.
fucking woke me the fuck up. I'm like, I told the owner, I'm like, hey, the walk-in smells like rubbing alcohol. Is there gas
there
leaking or
ethanol?
something? And he went in and looked. He's like, oh, it's the he's like, no, it's the Long Island keg. I'm like, it smells like that all together. The gas from to make it go out. I'm
Yeah,
like,
CO2.
people put that in their bodies. I was like, oh, it smelled like rubbing alcohol.
That's
Like
crazy.
it hit my nose and it woke me up. I was still waking up because we started at like 2:30 to get the party started for the
Jesus
event we were
Christ.
having. I was like, holy shit, I don't need caffeine now. And it just reinforced in my head, like, damn, people put this shit in their bodies.
Yeah.
It smells like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
And we don't really use crappy shit. Like it's still decent stuff.
Right.
God damn.
No, it's pretty awful.
And I proceeded to make so many that night. You know, I'm like, bro, this smelled like rubbing alcohol. You really want to? This guy had like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, the people that put multiple Long Islands down in like a few hours, I'm just like, what? Like,
Dude, he
what-
had like 2 or 3 in under. He was a big dude, and he held his alcohol. He held his liquor pretty well. So
Yeah.
I'll give it to him.
Yeah.
And he was.
what's your
Maintain.
destination on the evening? Like,
Dude,
what,
I don't know.
Like, what's like? We
had
gotta have a
day party.
roadmap.
It was a day party,
Oh man.
and by like, then he may have already had like 5 of them, 4 or 5, but he was still
Good on him.
coherent.
Yeah.
But it was still in my mind. I'm like, dude, this is a marathon.
That's a lot of sugar, man.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's so much sugar.
Yeah.
More than alcohol, it's the sugar for me. That's insane.
Yeah.
I can't imagine just drinking that much sugar anymore. Like, sorry. It's like you're just drinking a pixie stick with alcohol.
Oh
Here's the
God.
thing: we don't have sour mix, but in our Long Island,
Yeah.
so it's just lemon juice.
I throw a
Lemon
little
juice and
lemon.
simple.
Yeah. A little
Oh
lemon.
well, yeah, that's most places nowadays. So nobody,
yeah, like, we don't-
nobody really does sour mix anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So I have people asking
most
for green
places
tea.
don't.
We don't have.
Yeah, no.
Want this? It's gonna be.
Oh no, it's actually better when you do it from scratch.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
will do usually, depending on what I'm baking, anything that requires sour, I'll do equal parts lemon simple and a splash of lime. Like if it's
Okay.
3/4, then I'll do a quarter. If it's half, then I'll do just under a quarter of lime or something like that. And it replicates sour mix as far as flavor. Actually tastes a lot better. But you're cutting down on all that sugar because when you're doing an actual sour mix, it's heavily processed. They're just dumping sugar into that. So I love that places don't really
flavor without the citrus.
right.
Well, that's so
So I
weird.
love that places don't use sour mix as much as anymore because I don't mind making it from scratch if I know it tastes better.
I
Yeah.
have noticed that a lot of places don't, unless again a hole in the wall kind of place that do anything from scratch or craft,
Or they don't have time.
or they don't have time. Which I know this wasn't on our list, but this
List?
sidebar.
What are you talking about? What list?
These laptops are for show.
Oh, I don't. You kind of mentioned it, how your bar is kind of deviating from craft. My bar doesn't do craft at all. I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like a lot of people aren't that interested in craft unless they go to a specifically craft centered bar, such as something like that.
Death
Where
and
they
Co.
know that Death and Co, where they know that is what they do. They're gonna light some shit on fire. They're gonna fucking bake a cake in front of you and put a cocktail on top of it or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like craft is maybe, I don't know. Is that presumptuous?
Going
or
out of style as much as, in my opinion, it feels like it's
Doesn't have the
losing
appeal?
luster.
Like
Of craft
You say
was luster.
no less
As a
a
duster. But it's like it's losing that shine of
Yeah.
oh man, this is the new thing, doing
Yeah.
craft cocktails and this and that. People don't care anymore. They're like, just give me my drink. Unless I'm in a bar or a restaurant that's what they do.
I'm coming for this. I'm ready to pay $25 per drink.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
everyone wanted to jump on that bandwagon at the time
Of
because
course.
that's what the market was looking for. Well,
Right.
what do you do that's craft?
Mm-hmm.
I feel sorry for the places that changed their entire bar program
Yeah.
to accommodate, not a fad, but just the fact that people who aren't usually into that were into it for that amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And you got bar programs that changed completely and
Interesting.
fucked over kitchens and lost all these people because they're like, oh, this is what I want to do. And
Mm-hmm.
now they've lost their identity.
because there are
Right.
places that is their identity, like the one I just mentioned, where people know that place is like that. It's always be like that because that's people go there for. But
Right.
you go to a place like place I used to work at where you don't really know if that's what they do. They put a lot of time sources into that. So it's again, it definitely feels like it's appeal.
Yeah.
Yes. Like I don't know.
I get that in a sense too. Like, I don't know. I've always been trying to figure out what the fucking identity of our bar program is at my restaurant. Because you feel me? Because like we just, I don't want to go too deep into it, but I feel like honestly, for us at least, it feels like they have this idea. Their corporation is based in Canada, and so they're trying to implement a lot of those ideas on that bar in downtown Los Angeles. And it's just like downtown Los Angeles has a different vibe, a different thing.
Way
We try
different
to
than fucking
I am
Canada.
so sick of Canadian restaurant programs trying to muscle in on North America, like on the US, not North America, because Canada is North America, but trying to worm their way into the US based places, but trying to use these ideologies that Americans don't adhere to.
Yeah.
That's not what we do.
Right.
Like, stop acting like you better than us, bro. Like, y'all are just like the fucking lower degree version. Like, you're colder.
But the thing is, like, some of the setups and some of the ideas are ripe to be making a lot of money in some of these places.
Some of them,
but it's just like, if you took the things that are working and adapt the other things, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like they want to make our restaurant really kind of wine and beer for it, and it's just like, nah, people want to come in and get drunk,
right?
And we're down to provide that. And we also, you know, sometimes people want to, let's say, a paper plane, or sometimes they want this random, you know, just random drinks, or like sometimes they do want to like go like on an experience. And, you know, I talked somebody into doing a Black Manhattan the other day. We don't really have all the stuff for a Black Manhattan, but I made it work. It's just like a regular Manhattan, a little bit earthy sweetness, sweetness. Instead of sweet vermouth, you use a Verna Amaro, and you throw in a little bit of orange bitters. It's one of my favorite cocktails. Like, one of my first restaurants I worked in, they had a rye Black Manhattan, and it just became my favorite fucking cocktail. But it's also a sleeper. Like, it will put you'll feel it. Like, it's not your first drink. It's like your last word. Not the last word, but it's like one of the last
word of that night.
Yeah, 100%. Got a DUI off of 4 Black Manhattans. There were some old fashions in there as well, but another story for another day. But yeah, so like I just feel like like they just kind of have to learn what the culture is of where you're actually building your restaurant and try to work around that. Now with craft cocktails, I do feel like the place is definitely shrinking for that, and people just want to come in and they want to just get a drink that they know is going to be good. They'll get that same drink every time. It's not like they're coming in getting Jack and Coke. Like, it's beyond that. But yeah, people aren't really looking for every bar to be.
They don't want you to sprinkle cinnamon over a fire to make it set ablaze.
No,
and all that shit. I remember. I don't know if I showed you the video, but it was a local craft bartender here who made a martini out of bacon or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? No,
but you had me at bacon.
I've had a cocktail with pork fat in it.
Yes.
It was okay.
It was something like that, and like I was like, okay, that's pretty cool, but the amount of prep that went into it.
Yeah.
And I think, at least from the staff point of view, where it's like the amount of prep that goes into these cocktails, it's like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much fucking work.
You're talking about a cocktail that probably 5 people might order that one night.
Right.
Maybe.
Well, he was with me when I had that one when we were in Vegas, and remember I said, "Oh, this is a delicious cocktail, but I can only have one." It was such a distinct flavor. Like, I don't want more than one of these. And even the bartender told me, he's like, people like that one, but they never order. It's just one of those things they can't take off the menu because so many people want them to have it. But I'm like, but why are you having it just because people say they want you to have it if they're not buying it?
Yeah, like, show me the actual data and the monies that's being made off of it.
I feel like there's like this space race for craft cocktails where it's like, we got to create the new like old fashioned Manhattan, the new thing that people are going to be like, this is a staple. This is going to be the new classic cocktail.
I think
like craft is like, when people are creating these cocktails, it's like everybody's trying to make that new Tommy's Mark or whatever the fuck it is. That's how I see it in my mind.
Yeah, I don't know if
but there's so much being done and so much stuff being effort and work put into it. It's like, dude, at what cost?
Yeah,
at what fucking cost to make this classic?
What are you, Gamora now?
What cost? No, this isn't Thanos.
What did it cost? Everything.
Just an old bar manager sitting there, just like, it cost me everything.
He's like the sheets of all like the menu drafts, and then just like, what did it cost?
Throwing the bartenders over the cliff.
Fucking Thanos just laying in a fucking bed of whatever the fuck that Long Island mix is at your bar. He's just laying in it.
It's like, oh my god,
like, is this rubbing alcohol? Oh man,
it's kind of tingly.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't know. I guess it's considered a craft cocktail, but I definitely think espresso martinis had they had a year.
Yeah.
A year. Every bar had to come up with a version of an espresso martini.
Bro, we came up with one and it's not a martini and people won't order it because it doesn't say martini at the end.
People don't know that it's an espresso martini. Yeah, you're right. And
no, not the one you're thinking of.
Oh, there's a new one?
We got rid of that one.
Oh,
we have a new one now.
Oh shit, okay.
And it even has the cream in it as well. So you have everything you want from an espresso martini. I'm guessing. I don't drink coffee, but it's all of that, but it's just on ice. So people don't order it because they don't think it's an espresso martini, and they'll ask me to make an espresso martini. And I'm like, but we got one right there.
It's literally all the components that you want from it. Yeah.
It's just on the rocks.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel that because if somebody makes me a whiskey sour on rocks, like, what the fuck is this? So I feel that.
Yeah, we make ours on the rocks, and I.
See, nah.
And the thing is, ours is on the menu, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And people won't order it just because it doesn't say martini. They want the same ingredients. You give them an espresso martini, they drink it down like it's a shot of espresso. They really just want the caffeine. Because the number one thing I hear after someone orders an espresso martini is, I gotta wake up. So I know I'm gonna put this effort into making it look right and having the foam look good and everything.
And the three coffee beans.
Right. And they're just gonna down it. Like, they're gonna disrespect the fuck out of that martini.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me give you this one because at least it has a straw so you can suck on that.
Very true.
Thank you.
Very true.
Somebody asked me why the 3 coffee beans go on top of there.
I don't want to know.
And I jokingly told them, it's like, well, it's live, laugh, love.
No, it's
they bought it.
No, the thing is, like, it's actually very close to that.
It's like prosperity, happiness, some shit like that. Yeah.
It's definitely something like that.
It's like,
swear to God.
Yeah, it is. It's like happiness, prosperity, and love or some shit like that. But I jokingly said live, laugh, love. And they're like, oh, that's cool. And I'm like,
I thought it was because it looks like an apple core.
I never thought of it like that. However, when I was actually first working at my restaurant and I was just learning with the 3 beans and I couldn't remember it, so I was at a table and I brought in the 3 beans. Like, oh yeah, I just learned this. It stands for love, pursuit of happiness, and the
good fortune or something.
No, and then the woman chimed in and I was like, pursuit of happiness and butt sex, and I was like, wait, what? And I was like, it is now. She just chimed in with that. It was a couple. Yes. It was a couple, and the 2 of them laughed, and I laughed. We just died laughing because I was like,
an espresso martini, butt sex is the last thing you should have.
No, because she's thinking that the caffeine. She's gonna have to go to the bathroom. She's gonna clean out all the pipes, and she's ready. She is ready to go tonight.
Fuck.
So from now on, when a woman orders an espresso martini for me, and be like, oh, she likes anal. From there on out, I'm like, she's planning for her night. She's planning for her night.
Jesus
That's it.
Christ.
That's it for me. Great. I will never see it the same way again.
No, she randomly that's fucking yeah. She just blurted that out, and I was like, that's fucking hilarious. And definitely, I don't know if I could use that at every table, but if a table's cool, I'm definitely using that from here on out.
I like live, laugh, love. It throws people off.
Next couple shifts, I'm gonna have to try my hardest not to laugh and so order espresso martini for me. Can I get an espresso martini? Butt sex.
And I was literally lost, and I was like, and she was like, butt sex, and I was like, what? For sure, yeah,
yes,
yeah. Porn stars know if you're gonna do anal, you gotta clean out the pipes first. Espresso martini or what is it? Suppository? I think is the other one.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, laxative. I don't know. Do your thing. Whatever gets you there.
Again, it's been another great week.
This was pretty long because there was a lot to catch up on.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. That's why I just went into a cold close because I was like, if I don't stop us abruptly, we're not gonna stop. we took so much time off. We had so much that we had to say. So,
yeah, sure.
Definitely. But yes, as always, I feel so weird saying this part, being that
you doing
guy.
a sign off?
not a sign off, but just saying, just remember to like and subscribe and share with your friends and all of that good stuff.
Where's the button? Where's the button gonna be?
It'll probably be like somewhere in there. Here. Like and subscribe and tell a motherfucking friend. It'd be like right there.
That looks weird on this side of the camera.
Well, if you would join in, it would look even weirder.
That's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
Sure.
Like and subscribe and tell a motherfucking friend.
Everybody.
Oh, to espresso martini.